Welcome to the first and only instructional video on how to set up our version of the TajMahal with Corona EV Free Church. It is crucial that you follow the following steps when setting up the TajMahal or your version of the TajMahal. Otherwise, it will be a miserable experience. It will blow away. It will fall apart, and you will not have a good time. Step 1 when setting up the TajMahal is to survey the land and to understand where is the best location for your TajMahal. The first step in determining a good location is finding the good location of the land. First thing to do is to locate the prevailing wind. When looking out to the side here, you tell me, which way is the prevailing wind? Hint, there are subtle indicators in the ways the trees lean. The next thing that's important is for you to find the right ground. It is imperative that you find smooth, flat soil on which to lay the TajMahal. Otherwise, it will not be a single building. The next thing when setting up the TajMahal is deciding which way you want the door to face. Our prevailing wind comes to us from the west. Therefore, we do not want a door facing into the west, lest we inflate like a giant balloon. We have chosen a door that faces due north, intersecting our prevailing wind. Stage 4. The fourth thing you do is begin to lay your groundwork. Our groundwork in the TajMahal consists of 3 long strips of AstroTurf, 3 laid side by side. Lay your strips, tape your strips together. Stage 5 is to begin to set up the cubicles, the individual easy-ups that comprise together the great TajMahal. You set up your first one on the side of your prevailing wind because you will tie it down. Upon selecting location for your first easy-up, you set it up, you inflate it, you bring it to its full, scrap that there. Upon locating the position for the first easy-up, set up the easy-up. Pull out 4 of our stilts that I will show you in a second, and put it together. Upon locating the right spot for your first easy-up, pull it apart, set it up, and put it in 4 of the... Upon locating the right spot for you to place your first easy-up, pull it apart, set it up, and put it in 4 of the stilts that are provided with the kits. This unit here represents one of the stilts that are made by our own Kevin Thorsell. Within each stilt is the capacity to put 4 individual legs or 1. In places where just 1 leg is put, we fill spacers. In places where 4 legs are put, we only need 1 spacer. The next thing you do, upon putting down your first easy-up, you anchor the easy-up in the prevailing wind to an outside anchor, using one of the ropes right here and a regular tent stake. From that point, you put up the next easy-up, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, until you've completed the giant structure that we lovingly call the TajMahal. As you put up the TajMahal, it's important that you secure the legs together using hundreds of zip strips. Zip strip together high, medium, and low so that the structure holds together. Upon assembling the structure of TajMahal, you then begin your first row of siding. The first row of siding starts high. Using the sides, you zip them together end after end, and you make your first row, tying the top with Velcro strips all the way around. Now it's important that as you do that, you start in a doorway, and that you do your best to secure it to the first leg. After you finish putting up the first row of walls, you must then install the second row of walls, which go on the inside of the top row. The way we do this is the exact same order. All of the seams should line up. We use the Velcro to Velcro around the legs together. We also use the Velcro to Velcro around other things such as zip strips and also bungee cords. Much creativity is needed when figuring out how to secure your inside lower wall. We find it helpful to sometimes run bungee cords down to the level where these strips can tie into it. One of the ways we do this is to take a Velcro strap, make it tight, hook our bungee in here, and wrap it around and around very tightly, and then bring it up and secure it, allowing both our horizontal and vertical structure. We have found that it is profitable on the windward side of the Taj Mahal to put cross beams using the bungee cords to make a giant X on the wall that gives structure to the wind that blows in, as well as allowing us to secure things vertically on the bottom wall. When in wind conditions such as this, we often find that the Taj Mahal wants to creep in with its legs. That is why all four corners and all stress points where the legs want to push in are anchored by a single tent stake through the bottom in the flange on the outside so they don't push in. You will then need lighting, and this is our lighting. Each one is a battery operated lantern operated by 4 D-cell batteries. These last for about 2 nights worth of use, so bring lots of D-cell batteries. Each Easy Up has one lantern zip strip to the middle of it. Duct tape is not a sufficient form of security for the corners. Use the zipper, use the Velcro, don't use the duct tape. On the outside of each wall, the upper wall should be secured to the lower unit using zip strips through the zipper itself to the bottom cleat of the stilt. This is a bad location. This also is a bad location. This is a good location. After all your work, this is the fruit of your labor. The Taj Mahal.